Welcome back to another Westys Angling. You're joining me and Papa West today for a method feeder session at High Hayes Fishery. The conditions are absolutely perfect for a bite with strong blustery winds, low pressure and mild temperatures. I'm going to be continuing to test out my Lightnimg Bolt 1.25 specimen rods, and I'm trying to get a few species ticked off my list in the Lightnimg Bolt challenge. Obviously, Papa West got a set of my new rods to try as well, so he's going to be joining me in the Lightnimg Bolt challenge. I actually had a couple of handfuls of pellets left over from my last session, so I used those for the first cast, but I wanted to feed positively, so I mixed up some more Cocoscope 2mm pellets. The bolts were already ready, set up in my bag, so it was just a case of putting those together, loading up the feeders and flicking them out with a light underarm cast. My plan was to try out towards the deeper water first to see whether I could get maybe a couple of bream and a tench on the rods, and then later on in the day put a rod down the margin to see whether I could get a carp or two. Let's get into the video. Let's see what we catch today. I reckon we're in for a cracking session. There we go, folks, that's the rod set, ready to go. Papa West is already into a fish. Literally first cast on his new Lightnimg Bolts, and what a fish to christen them with. Look at that, lovely barbel. Super, what a lovely fish. Let's have a closer look at it. Oh, brilliant. Well, and that's a species off the list as well.
Yeah.
I do want to get a river barbel on mine though. Dad's using per drop contrast pellets today. Obviously one of the beauties of the Lightnimg Bolts is they're absolutely amazing for accurate little underarm chucks like this, fishing on commercials. It is a very windy day today. We're in the Peg of Dreams at the end of the causeway, back to basics on the method feeders and hoping to have a cracking day today on the silvers. Hopefully the bream and tench have woken up. We've been here since first light. Absolutely beautiful morning other than the wind. It's meant to be about 14 degrees Celsius today and 17 tomorrow, so spring is definitely in the air. I've set up my Fox brolly here behind me just to take a little bit of wind off, give me a bit of privacy, and hopefully so that the camera doesn't blow over again. My bream, or a little tench. I think a little tench. Nice one. Well, here we go, folks. A nice bream and a barbel to start us off today. These bream are getting absolutely superb. Look at that, that is a lovely fish, and they get much bigger than that in here as well. They're probably waking up now, getting ready to start feeding up before spawning. Perfect time for bream, which is what I was hoping for, to be honest, today. Some bream and tench. What an absolutely awesome start to the session. Hopefully it goes on like this. I'm going to get this other rod recast. Got one rod just to the right of the aerator over here, and one just out, little underarm flick just before halfway. Concerned about this wind. I was just saying to my dad then I expected to get it today because there's a little bit of sunshine. But maybe the wind will put people off, I don't know. Can get quite busy, High Hayes. we've got a bream on that one. The way these rods are designed is they've got a lovely soft tip, so it makes them ideal for playing silvers like these bream, which is exactly what I wanted. And it stops you bumping them off. You know, bream can head shake a lot, and all those little head shakes are just absorbed by the soft tip. Sweet comb wafter. Great condition, these bream. And like I said, getting to a good size. I'm hoping for bigger than this today, but they're a good stamp. Let's get it back. Let's get a bigger one. Because we've had a couple of fish first thing, we need to hold them in the swim. This wind's definitely going to have pushed all the fish down this side. That's what seems to happen at this particular venue. So we need to be feeding heavy, casting pretty consistently.
Yeah, probably every 10 minutes.
And down this margin here is really good for barbels sometimes. So Papa West needs to cut some worms up and just chuck a handful of those and some pellets down the margin every now and again today. And then maybe later on, he drops his method feeder down the margin. You might get a carp or a barbel or...
Yeah, anything down there, yeah.
But absolutely beautiful day. Beautiful day. Push my storm poles right in at an angle there, so that it's like giving it a bit of a buffer against the wind, and I've pegged it across to the other side here where the wind's blowing, and it's not moving now. Right, time for a brew, I think. Absolutely shattered, very early start. R5, that's a lie-in. I was up a lot earlier than that coming from Manchester today, but oh, it's a tench. Oh, right. Is that your other one?
Yeah.
There you go. So he's christened both rods there. The first tench for me and Papa West of the season, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Beauty. Oh, I'm in as well. What are the chances of this being a tench as well? It feels like it might be. Or am I on the bream? No, the tension moved in, Deb. Yeah, another tench, yeah. It's one of them pale ones. Oh, it's a nice one, though. There we go. A little bit, not much.
Very.
I'm still trialling those Drennan hook lengths. They seem to be doing all right. This is a size 10. And obviously it's fine for these bream and tench. Oh, this wind. Let's get this one back. Might be a touch windy for me to use the big camera today, folks. Papa West is a very, very hard man to please when it comes to fishing tackle. What do you think of this setup, Dad? Do you like the pod, mate?
Yes, it's all right.
Don't sell it to him, Dad, will you? Yeah, it's all right.
No,
Oh my God.
Right, so
Better be the marketing manager. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to put the camera down, folks. It's too windy. It's just not... No, it's not worth risking it. So I'm going to put this away and I'm going to film the rest of it on the GoPro. It's all right when you've got a professional camera team, you know, holding the camera and watching what they're filming, but I can't keep an eye on the camera and my rods at the same time. So I'm going to put this away and film the rest of it on the GoPro. And what about the rods, Dad? Are they just all right as well? We've wanted a set of these kind of rods since we started fishing, haven't we?
Yeah. Because most rods are just too long for commercials, and that's what the majority, especially rods, tend to be, 12 foot.
And then if they're not 12 foot, They're like porkers, aren't they?
In only 10 foot, they tend to be in the carp sort of range.
Yeah.
So they're like 2.5 pound test and that.
Minimum.
And they're like porkers for ordinary fish.
Yeah.
There's no fun in playing anything at all.
Yeah.
But these, 9 foot, £1.25 test. Alright, I've only had 2 fish, but decent sized fish, played lovely.
Yeah. They absorbed all the little head shakes and lunges,
all that.
because we get a lot of hook pulls on the higher test curve specimen rods, and these will stop that. Yeah, you need that give in the tip of the rod.
Yeah, you do.
But you also need the backbone in the lower sections to play the bigger fish, and that is exactly how these are made.
Yeah.
3K carbon throughout the middle, and then the end sections are a 1K carbon, which is much softer to take all those little lunges, but also the action is very, very progressive. It's been very hard to get right, but these are absolutely nailed, and I love them. You know, I've had these made for myself, for me and my dad, but they're available to everybody. That's the way I'm seeing it.
And the good quality real seats and rings.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Fuji.
all Fuji stuff. You know, it's the best.
It is. No expense spared on them, and that's what I wanted. The 6 foot was too short because you couldn't get the tips low enough to get them under the water like you've done there, which you need in windy conditions.
Yeah, you do.
I tried 6 foot first, and then the 9 is absolutely perfect. Obviously this is the first time Papa West has seen or used them, so we'll get his verdict at the end of the day. So yesterday I had a big carp on one, so that was a good test. Could do with trying to get a bigger carp on one. Now these two Lightnimg bolts here are going to have a very hard life because I'm going to test them to the absolute limit. So these two have copped for it. So I'm going to be casting heavy leads on them. We're going to try and get some really big fish on them and just see how far we can push them. Now I'm not saying that this is something that you should do with yours. It's not really what they're made for. They're made for all-round commercial work. For fish ranging from under £1 to all the way up to probably about £18 plus. But I'm gonna really push these two to the limits. And if I break one, I break one. At least we know the limits of the rod, which is something I'm excited about. So these are like sacrifice rods. I'm sure Dad will look after us. I apologise if the audio's terrible on this video as well, folks. It is blowing a gale, as you can see. I'm trying to keep my back to the wind. That's a better fish. Oh! Look at that. Is that a chub? Look at this in a coarse fishery.
I thought it was a long, thin carp.
Look at that for a commercial chub. What a beast. Yeah, I had to do 3 takes when it come up to the net. I was like, is it a long, skinny carp? And I thought it might be a grass carp, and then, no, big old chub. Well, that's another species off the list, isn't it? I'm just going to weigh it quick. Just under £4.
Just under £4 that.
Yeah, I knew it'd be about 3.5 at least. You never know what you're going to catch at high haze. Look at this. Wind's blowing me chair down. I reckon they'll comfortably cast 60 grams. That's the next thing to test. Casting weights. but as a starting point I reckon that'll comfortably cast 60. This is one of my main cameras. I've got two of these now because I've had this one repaired because it fell over and had a bit of an accident, but I use a Rode Go mic, Sigma lens, and it's a Panasonic Lumix S5. Does the job. Not a mega expensive camera, but very good quality, good for filming. The autofocus isn't the best on this one though. So Pops is using a mix of the original sweet corn wafters and some of the original pink. I'm just going to film the catches because I need to conserve the battery, so I'm not going to do loads of talking today. I think you've heard me waffle on enough over the last few weeks, but me and Paps will have a chilled session, enjoy catching some fish, and I'll show you what we manage. But today's mostly just testing out the bolts. And if you want to know more about the rods themselves, I've done a separate video on that, and I'll link that in the top right hand corner for you, so you can have a nosy. But they're a 9 foot 1 1/4 test curve specimen rod, all round commercial rod, and I've paired those with my own brand reels as well, the Aries 4000 reels. And the model of the rod, I've called it the Lightning Bolt because it's got a fast action. So there you go. Let's get some feed out there. But I'm not being careful with them, I'm not babying them. I want to know what they'll withstand, what they'll hold up to, how they handle rough treatment. I know most people look after the rods, but some people don't. I think I probably want to be a bit closer in. I'm going to come a bit closer in on the other rod. They're never usually halfway, usually a bit before halfway. Oh, is it down the margin?
Yeah.
Ah, right, I see. Yeah, I'm kind of interested if you can bully it out of there. Had that rod bed, double them. Must be a barbel. Is that the first chuck down the margin?
Yeah.
Is it holding deep?
Yeah.
Oh, it's going out, that's good. You've got to bully them because there's so many roots and snags under there. Obviously we're fishing free running rigs, so it's safe for the fish, but obviously we want to land it. So Dad put a load of pressure on that rod then to get it out, and it handled it well. It's good. Might be a carp this, but the location tells me that it's probably a good barbel. Pops is taking his time with it though, he's not got his drag locked up, you know what I mean? Just be careful of it going into this margin, Dad. That's your bait runner.
I'm so used to them.
Oh, I've got it. Oh. That's a nice carp, Dad. You're not kidding, no, it's well into double figures, that. It's heavy. You were playing it on roach drag, that's why. Adjusting his bait runner drag all the time. Look at that lump. Well, look at this carp Dad's just landed down the margin on the Lightning Bolts. Well into double figures. Look at that absolute lump. It's got a right belly on it. Well, nice fish that we're coming out for. We'll have one chuck down the margin there. If there's nothing there, I might try again later on. Nope, I think we've got some on there. Yeah. Feels bigger than I thought. Be a nice bream. It is. On the pink this time. Feels a bit more tenchy. What a weird fight, Dad. I think it's a tench, but it's such a strange... It's like side swimming everywhere. I feel like I'm facing the North Atlantic today, Dad. But as I said, the wind just shows you how stable the setup is. And it's very right. It's very right, because it is absolutely blowing a hoolie today. Look at it. Proper chop on. But we always seem to fish better here when there's a chop on.
Yeah, it does like
Pushes everything down this side. I think it agitates, so it stirs everything up on the bottom, gets them all grubbing about. Is it a bream or an hide? Is it? Yeah, I think it's an hybrid, that, Dad. Too hide shaped. There we go, folks. That is a really nice tench. Cracker. Great little fight. It's another near double for sure. Probably 8 or 9 pound. I'm just going to have a quick chuck down this margin here. The water level's up quite a lot. So let's have a try down there. There's a bit of a sunken island that you can hardly see at the moment, but usually you can see it all the way out unless it's kind of washed away. But I have had carp just to the left of that before now, and obviously Dad's getting them in the margins, so they must be in the margins. It's a little bit difficult to film today with the wind, but we're catching. We're having a really good day for fishing. It's a really good tench. I think something's on that, Dad, or feeding around the area. Yeah, there's a fish on there, and it's a bream, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, I've gone down the margin for a carp. Oh, it is a carp. It is a carp. I thought that was a bream.
I'll be betting money on that bit.
I thought that was a little skimmer messing about with it. Ah, it's a chunk of it. I think it's an F1. Absolutely flopped in.
The edges there.
Yeah. Let's get this back down that margin. Might be a couple more carp down there. Definitely worth a try though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look at this absolute slab Papa West just had. Beauty. Nice one. So someone's had a nibble of it at some point. Sounded like a tentron, Dad. Oh, barbel. Where was this one? Down the margin?
Yeah.
Look at that. It's a nice barbel. Bigger than that first one. Blue skies. Such a shame about that wind, but I think that's part of the reason that we're having such a good day. Absolutely bagging up. I've not even filmed them all. Probably about half. Spin a fish a chuck, nice bream. Yeah, you've had the better fish on this side for sure.
Yeah.
Barbel and carp. I'm considering trying over to the far reeds. It's just a bit of a long cast, and I don't really like fishing to the other side of lakes. I think it's a bit, I don't know, if anybody then starts fishing there, then obviously you're going to have to move your rod, aren't you? So I don't necessarily like it, but I think for a couple of chucks I might just try over to the reeds, see if I can cast it over there. See if I can get a chuck over there. Oh! That was alright, that. Yeah, it is, mate, yeah. I'll just cast this out, come and have a chat. Yeah. He better not be. This is the one to the far reeds. It was an absolutely epic cast though. It just bloop, straight in the far side. What it is? F1 maybe. A little ghosty, is it? That's another one off the list. I think that's a ghosty. Look at that. But what a bonny little fish. That's a stocky, that, Dad.
Yeah.
It must be. That's a stocked carp for sure. Yeah, it is. It's deep bodied. It's lovely. What a nice little fish. To the far reeds. So I've actually just been talking to one of my subscribers who has had the big mirror out of here on the float, and I've always wanted to see a picture of that big mirror out of High Haze. So I just want to say a massive thank you to my subscriber, you know who you are, for showing me that picture. What a cracking fish on the float as well. Which is why I've been saying to my dad a lot of the time, some of the bigger fish and the more wary fish do come out on the float and simple tactics. So it's always worth mixing your methods up and trying something different. I'm fishing over there, folks, more to test the casting of the rod than anything, and it's hitting the clip nicely, a little chuck, and obviously that's a decent distance. Oh, this is slow moving, Dad.
Is that across again?
No, this one's just out. Oh my god, it's a big F1, Dad. Huge F1. Look at the size of this F1, folks. It's a monster. Well, I'm going to weigh it, folks, but as you can see, fish has no barbels. It's got this lateral line of scales. That is a massive, big F1 shape. What a superb fish. Get some pictures with that, but that is a PB F1.
7.8.
So a nearly an 8 pound F1. I think my previous PB F1's probably about 7 pound. That is an absolute lump. Oh, what a unit. It's heavy as that. F1. Going back. Get in, what a day. Ah, cab. I was right over to the edge again. It's coming towards me. Feels like another lump though, maybe. Bit of a red letter there this is turning into, Dad, but when I saw it was windy I thought temperature's picking up as well. Another lovely F1, folks. Look at that. Absolute beauty. Running out of pellets, folks. Catching that many fish. A bit of a tricky cast this in the wind, I reckon. That'll do us. Oh, we're in on the other one. Could be a bream again. So we're straight off again. Wind's picking up. Beautiful tench. The colours on this one. Have a close look at this. Let's get it back. Still a nice tench, Dad.
Yeah.
Fish on the other one. Could be swimming towards us, yeah, because I'm over to the reeds, you see, so it's coming this way. Yeah, to the reeds. It's coming towards me though. Absolutely surging towards me. Whatever it is. It's a little skimmer. I've lost count of how many fish I've had there, Dad. So for my little challenge, what have we ticked off here on the Lightnimg Bolts? Barbel, tench, bream, chub. You had that hide, didn't you? That I didn't film. Hide, common, mirror, F1. Got me blazing through them. Blazing through them. So here's a list update. I'll have this challenge boxed off this week. Well, these rods have certainly taken an hammer in today anyway. This is exactly what I wanted. Yeah, definitely lucky rods. The lucky Lightnimg Bolts. We've got a goldfish. fish on the lightning bolts. Should I get this one back, Dad? Yeah, them little goldfish sometimes don't move the method.
Another species?
The pirate barbel. Caught that one in a while, have we? I think it might be. Oh, it is! It's all one eye. So that's four barbel for you today, Dad. The wind is persisting, but it's a lovely day. Really mild, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice. That sun's out now. You can feel the warmth through it.
Yeah, it's really mild. Even the wind doesn't feel so chilly, does it?
No, it doesn't.
But what a cracking day we've had today. Back on the old patch, back on High Haze, and we've bagged up.
We have a cracking day so far.
And like I said, we've given the Lightnimg Bolts a really good hammering. We're probably going to give it another hour and a half and then get packed up, but cracking day. Unless we get anything really special, what I'll do is I'll do a little bit of a montage of everything that we catch from now on. So I just want to say thanks very much for watching. I'll see you in the next Westys Angling, won't we, Dad?
We certainly will.
Just before I cue that montage, if you did enjoy the video, make sure you hit that subscribe button, drop a like on it, and if you've got any questions about anything that me or Papa West has done today or been using, drop a comment in the comment section. I think this is a big fish, Dad. Don't even think it's walking up yet. Ooh. Here we go. It's waking up now. I think it's a very big fish. Well, it's just waking up now, I think, Pops.
I'm singing.
The problem is it keeps going for the margin. Must be a decent fish, this, Dad, eh? Oh yeah. Nice big paddle tail on it. It's ghosty, isn't it? It's another one off the list if I get it in. It's ready, Dad. There we go. A nice fish. That's another double, isn't it? Wow.
Far side again.
Yeah, to the reeds. Look at that absolute lump. I think that is a nice fish to end on, folks. That fish is actually just over £10. Perfect. Let me get it back. Get in. Fought like an absolute warrior as well.